If you saw the video yesterday, this bus came in suffering from low power. We were concerned it wasn't going to make it up the hill, and it did not. Couldn't make it all the way, so we had to back it back down, parked it on the pad overnight. We're going to look into it today and find out why it had no power, see if we can get it going enough to get it up the hill. Definitely see an exhaust leak there on that clamp. It's all sooted up. Well, let's see if I can get a video of this, but it's 100% broken.
Yeah, the radio will swing out. Close enough.
That'll cause an exhaust leak.
Generator hadn't been bad. Right. So that part of it.
It's got more than one exhaust leak.
Oh yeah, look at all them holes. Oh, that's completely gone.
There's your missing horsepowers.
Yeah.
Well, we can't just weld this back on, especially because the pipe already has so many other holes in it. It's deteriorated way too much. So with the D-deck, the fuel supply is controlled by how much boost pressure there is. The computer knows if there's boost, then it gives the amount of fuel. So it's just not getting enough fuel, plus obviously not enough oxygen because there was no boost. So that exhaust leak really hurt the engine. But a mechanical engine would have had a ton of black smoke because it would have been still full fueling. But on a D-deck, it doesn't do that. All right, so we've got rain coming here. We want to get this in the shop. This is the same part that broke on Robbie's bus 2 weeks ago. Robbie's still here, so Robbie is offering to let us borrow the pipe off of his bus. Take it off his bus, put it on this one, get this up the hill to the shop, take it back off, then wait for the new part to come in from Luke at US Coach. Meanwhile, we can get it in the shop and then get to the rest of his concerns and start working on the bus with the other issues that he wants us to go through. So this low power thing was not on his list. This just happened on the way here. So, but, yeah, we got rain coming, of course, and it'll be nice to get in the shop. Okay, we borrowed Robbie's pipe. Got it on there. Let's go fire it up. Yesterday it did upshift, but it downshifted in plenty of time to still make it up the hill. It was not the problem. That thing's only 250 horsepower when it has boost. So problem, Mark. Can you hear it?
I saw it.
Okay, let's stop because you're moving the whole bus on top of me.
The impact gun wouldn't even touch them. And I just got one of them off with this and made a heck of a racket. I finally broke loose. That one's not as bad. Last one did a big snap. The sparks flew off of it. That is the best tool. It costs under $100. 78-to-1 torque multiplier. Still takes some effort though. I'm sure you're putting in a couple hundred pounds of pressure on there.
Yeah.
Times 78.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll look at it for cracks.
Yeah.
It's exciting watching it. I don't know what's going to break. The stud, the wheel, the tool, or the lug nut free.
My bet's on my teeth.
Yeah. You almost went flying on it. This tire's got about 10,000 miles on it. Look at the profile here. These little triangles. And it comes down to the rib. You see the groove. But because of that Kingpin on this side, none of those triangles. It's just way down there. And that compared to, these are on the same time?
Yes.
And this is the tag. This one should look the worst. But it's got like a mile of tread. In comparison.
Question is where from?
The bearings.
But the bearing doesn't show it.
So you can see all the little grooves, the lines, and then obviously the big rust pits.
It's clean as out there.
Here's the other bearing. Same rust pitting and scratches. This was worked on a year ago because it had a leaky seal. There's no leak on it now. And these bearings had to be rusty when they had it apart a year ago. And just put it back together is my guess. I'm using the induction heater here. And smoke it. Well, too bad I wasn't recording when that happened because the handle on the torque multiplier busted in half while I was using it. That's how much force I was using on it to get these front lug nuts. They were just so crazy tight. That might be the tightest I've ever seen lug nuts. And the fact that they were off a year ago is crazy. So we got them off. This tool broke the handle, but I was able to then go to just using a great big pair of adjustable pliers. This giant thing on it, on the square drive on it, and it worked. This is the bearing from the other side. You can see the rust in there, and you can drag your nail on it, hitting some grooves. So we're going to replace all these. Even this is leaking down in here. So there. That's leaking too. Yeah.
How little we lost, I'm guessing that's probably our leaks.
Yeah. And it's leaking there and behind.
To be fair, that's all right over the exhaust and been plenty hot.
Yeah. And I've now made this leak really bad by trying to
Well, but I didn't do it something it used to do. It used to have oil in it. And
Look at the heat that is seen.
Yeah.
That might have fallen down and hit the exhaust on something.
well, think about the 4D down there.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the dumbest spot in the world to mount that thing. That's up and
Yeah,
made
you-
this much stuff leak. Those are all combined pretty good sized air leaks.
Yeah.
Spray the bottom of that again. Oh, it's just.
How about those end of this line that's leaking up there where that T is? Can you get that?
No, but I can't guarantee once we fix these we won't make more.
Yeah, there's air leaks in this area. Okay, go ahead and release it. Step on it again. It's a blown diaphragm. Okay. Yeah, you have a blown brake diaphragm up here. Okay, so both Kingpins are bad. Total movement on them, both sides. So we're going to replace both those. That blown out brake diaphragm, wheel bearings, braces, both sides. Brake drums and brake linings look really good. So that's good news. And then tomorrow we're going to adjust the suspension because it's sitting considerably low in the front. But we got to, well, maybe not tomorrow. We got to get the wheels back on it and make our measurement from the inside of the frame there. I think, I forgot what it was, 14 and a half or something that it's supposed to be. And we're not even close. The front end drags when he goes on the ferry. So we've got everything soaking in Croil in there. Hopefully we'll be able to hit the adjustment nuts on there tomorrow, get the lock nut and the adjusting nuts moving tomorrow. So lots going on. Everything's been ordered for now. Luke at US Coach is hooking us up. A couple things are on back order, but he was able to come up with a turbo pipe for us, a good used one for $300. That's much better than the $700 price. And I did call a marine exhaust specialist today, and they could actually make that pipe, but it was going to be more than the $780 or whatever it was, or $680 to get a new one. So the good used one for $300 is a deal. Working on the air leaks, oil leaks we'll get into later. There's definitely a puddle on the tray down there. But thanks to Robbie for letting us borrow that pipe today to get it up the hill. That was awesome that he was still here and we could just take that pipe off of his bus to get it moved. Very, very nice. So again, Luke's got everything ordered. A couple things are on back order, but sorry, the pipe was on back order, but he had to use one. And then the other things he ordered, they'll be in just a couple of days. So we'll have all the Kingpins. The Kingpins by Meritor were discontinued for this bus, but there's aftermarket ones that are available. So we'll get those. Lots to work on. All right, we're going to call it a day. Day one there. Identified a lot of problems. You know, Luke said, you know, if you look for trouble, you're going to find it. And we certainly did in every place we looked today. We had a heck of a time getting those front wheels off. The lug nuts were super seized on there. Considering he had that front end worked on a year ago, it was a leaky seal in the front. They should have not put those bearings back in because they were rusty. But and then they over tightened everything crazy tight. So we yeah, everything in the front end, the front brakes, there's issues up there with that blown diaphragm, wheel bearings, wheel seals, races, air leaks issues, the turbo leak issue. We got to adjust the torsion elastic suspension. She's sitting low in the front, a couple inches, well, not couple, inch, like 1 3/4. So we're going to try to adjust the torsion elastics to get that up. It's supposed to be, I think it said 14.5. I think I'll look at the book before I do it. And it's nowhere near that. So his front end scrapes when he goes on the ferry. So we know that that's low. So anyways, we'll get more on this tomorrow.